guys, welcome to another Overwatch VOD review. My name is Scorch24, and today we're going to take a look at some off-tank gameplay submitted by CJ. In this video, we're going to take a look at some Zarya and a little bit of Sigma gameplay. So, one of the things with Zarya that I really want to focus on in this video, seeing as you guys are in plat, I believe this is a high plat game, 2800. Zarya is going to find a lot of her value with her bubble usage and her target prioritization. So right now our team, and this is recorded through the replay system so we get a really good look at what the enemy team has as well as our team. So we are running the Ryan Zarya with a decent, I would say a decent DPS line. They like to play behind the Ryan shield, or they should be. Looks like they're flanking a lot though. And then the enemy team has the Orisa Hog combo with a Pharmacy and a Doomfist. So your bubble prioritization is going to have to be on people who are going to get hooked. That's like your first priority. And then maybe if you can pull off a quick reflexive bubble on a Doomfist punch. But I think most of your value is going to be preventing that hook one-shot combo. So there wasn't a lot that happened in that first fight, which is why I'm not going to too much here. You want to be... Now, we can't really hear comms because of the replay system. But good job getting in there. That was a good cycle of your bubble. Good job. You should have gone after that Baptiste just a little sooner. That would have really helped you out there. Good bubble on that barrage. You could re-engage here. Right, you guys are red, not blue. Good bubble on your... I don't think... Yeah. Okay, let's take a look back here. And see if there's anything else that we could have done. I have to remember that you guys are red, so... you need to look for the red stuff, not the blue stuff. Okay. So we're engaging here with our Reinhardt. The pharmacy is to our top right. So one thing that you could have done, and normally Reinhardt is your shot caller in these scenarios. Your Reinhardt should be leading your entire team in one direction, but you should definitely be giving your input. And I wish I could hear it, but this was recorded through the replay, so that's okay. You could have gone to the top right where that pharmacy was just to push them away from it. And actually getting the high ground it would be good for your McCree and your Hanzo to try and get some shots onto the pharmacy, so they can't hide behind the cover that the low ground prevents you from seeing. So if you pushed up to the top right with your team, it takes a couple extra seconds, but you still have 2.5 minutes on the clock. So by making that suggestion, having your Ryan going to that high ground, you can get a little bit more sight lines on the pharmacy and probably force them to either drop down here or to this far back side. Okay. So good job charging up here. You should have been immediately on that Baptiste. And the barrage catches you out. I think that's an issue of engagement on your entire team though. It looked like your DPS were a little far behind, but this is fine. You're forcing ultimates out of the enemy team. They've used Valkyrie, they've used Barrage, they've used now Window, and I think they used Hog ult. So they only have 2 ults that they could reasonably come up with in the next fight. You guys, however, have 5. So you should be coordinating how you're going to be using this. Grab Dragon is a really big combo, still hard to do, and can only be output by their Baptiste shield. So you should be looking for this Baptiste disc, and move over to your right here. So, let's pause. As soon as you hear any damage boosting ult, Orisa Bongo or Baptiste Window, those 2 ultimates, you are not going to be able to out-shield or out-heal. So your entire team needs to move out of that line of sight In my team that I was participating on for the last couple months, we just call line of sight, play line of sight, meaning get out of line of sight. So if you call that to your team, you guys move to the right side here instead. As soon as she drops that barrier, just move to the right. Ignore anyone else. If they don't make it, it's their fault, and they're gonna have to learn from their mistakes. Now you and Ryan are caught out here for a little bit, so you do need to give your team some time to regroup with you. And I think you guys just called for a disengage, which is fine. As long as you are disengaging as a team or dying as a team, you're not wasting time. Okay, so you guys have 4 ultimates now instead of 5. They're gonna come up onto their barrage, and their Doomfist ult. Really didn't do much in that last fight, it looks. That was a good bubble. Get that barrier. Yep, good job. Good focus onto the Pharah. She's without a mercy. Okay, focus back around. Windows open. Yep, and it was just him there because you already took out some of the enemy team. See, this is a really good target prioritization. Let's take a look at how you decided who to focus, right? And I'm hoping that some of this is also coming from your team calling out. But let's take a look here. So, just a quick mention, this first bubble that you did, I'm not a big fan of. You should wait until you're a little closer to use it, because you only gain like 15 charge off of it. But your Rhine, that was a great bubble. The enemy team is focusing your Rhine, they're not focusing you. You go in for the grab to trap that Roadhog. It's really good. You end up taking out multiple people. Get the Pharah because she was right there. And then you focus on the Baptiste because that's where a lot of the damage is coming from now. And then it's just clean up from there. So that was really good target prioritization. Let's see if you can keep it up throughout the rest of the map. And I've actually noticed your tracking is really good as Zarya. So definitely use that to your advantage. Not a lot of people at Plat have very good tracking. So you could be a huge force to reckon with as you rank up. Okay, so you are full charge right now. I think your Ryan got hooked there, so you probably could have used for your projected barrier, but this is okay. You're still at the early stages of this fight here. Little shaky there. I know you were probably looking for that Doomfist, but my mind couldn't comprehend what was happening. Again, I think you are using your projected barrier or your team bubble a little too soon. While it is okay to use it when your Ryan is engaging, you're right around this corner and you're down some like teammates. So you want to hold your projected barrier for if he gets caught out somewhere. Instead, you're at 82 charge. And remember that Zarya's bubble, if it gets completely bursted down, will give you 40 charge. So you should only be using your personal bubble and getting charge and keeping your charge up to 100 that way. Because Team Bubble is so powerful. It can negate a Hog one-shot combo. It can negate a Doomfist punch. It can help a teammate get out of Pharah Barrage. There are a lot of situations where that extended bubble can be a life-saving mechanic. So you need to only use your personal bubble to help keep your charge up and try and utilize your team bubble to make plays with. That's the playmaker for you. And you're using your bubble a little too soon together. I know you were just engaging onto the enemy, but you did use it a little too soon. You kind of want they're 10-second cooldowns each, so you kind of want to, I don't know, like how do I describe it? Just like back and forth, I guess. I'm failing on a word for it, but you want to use like your bubble 5 seconds, and then if needed, your team bubble at 5 seconds. And then that way you always have a bubble up. Okay, so ultimate wise, you have 2 ults coming online. They just use... Okay, so remember what I said. In these situations... Now, there isn't a lot of people right in front of her that you can engage on this, but if there were more people right around that, you may have need to back... Okay, now definitely back out of this. Your Ryan is charged here. I think you got lucky with that. That was just lack of coordination on their side. Keep helping your Ryan here. No need to use your bubble there. You really didn't get any charge off of it. I think that was just a bad grab, or a zoning grab, and it was a 500 IQ. You take your pick, and you let me know. Oh, I love this. Oh no, you should definitely have pressured her a little bit more. Okay, so you're lacking charge. Just shows that either the enemy team is not shooting at your bubble targets, or you're using your bubbles at the wrong time. Great engagements here. Just like you should be, you're continuing your engagement into the next point, not allowing the enemy team time to reset. See, your bubble could have been used there instead of on the Rhine. Your Rhine was pretty healthy. Great job pressuring the Sigma. Whenever there's a Sigma on the field, he can do so much freaking work by himself. So it's really important that you don't give him the space he needs, but also know when to, back out when needed. Nice job. Great. Yeah. So everything in the second and third point were well executed. Your team built that momentum coming out of first point, and were just able to continually roll and not give the enemy team time to think and regroup. So that was a really good job in that department. A little bit of bubble work, as we talked about, especially on that first point. I don't know if this was like your first game of the day, just warming up, whatnot, but it felt more natural as we got on through second point. Third point kind of fell off. I think you were just trying to make sure that people could regroup back with you using your bubbles, but you also have to take into consideration their own abilities and health pools. So no need to bubble your Rhine if he's a little deep and there's only one enemy next to him. You can always charge backwards or, front some damage with his shield and his own personal health pool until he's able to get either healing or support from your team or, fully regroup back with you guys. So we swapped over to the Sigma Orisa. This comp is really, 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 really strong. Kind of, personally as a support, I don't like it. Because a lot depends on your DPS at this point. And as we see, there is a Torbjorn I'm not happy of. But maybe something will happen with Torbjorn. I don't know. Okay, so with Sigma, we're going to focus on shield placement, we're going to focus on target prioritization, and we're going to focus on when to combo your abilities. Okay. So, there's some cases when using your Doomfist, when using your own rock is good against the Doomfist. That was not a good example of when to use your Accretion. But great pick onto that Lucio. Really good job. And definitely ricochet off these walls to prevent getting poke damage. So one of the things that I like to do personally as Sigma is use my barrier to prevent healing on the enemy team characters. So I think they've made it so just about every healing except for Mercy's Beam and Lucio's Aura, all other types of healing do not go through shields. So Moira's healing can't go through shields, Ana's darts can't go through shields, Zen orbs can't go through. I think the healing can, the Discord can't. So, but in most cases, especially in this meta, putting your shield in front of the enemy or behind the enemy tank, but in front of the support, will prevent a lot of healing from them and allow your team to kill them faster. Okay, so this barrier is fine for now. Once the enemy team starts to split apart, like right now, pull that shield back so you can start regaining health on it. So that Ryan's gonna come around and shatter. He fails to shatter. I don't know what you're looking for here. Um, your team is being pinched right now. So the only advice I think I can give is to fall back towards your spawn to the right here. This will allow you to kind of see everything that's going on around you, see where characters are. Because right now I don't know who to pick. This Lucio's here, but I think like this is only because I have it paused. If I was in the middle of the game, I don't think I would have seen that Lucio. So if you backed up with your Orisa a little bit more, use this Coalescence to keep you healed up as you retreat, you'll be able to get a better look of where everybody is. I know there's a Doomfist somewhere behind you, and you're looking for him, and your Ana just got picked by him, um, which is where your rock would be most useful. Um, like you need to, that's what you need to do in these situations. There's just too much going on that you need to use whatever you can to back out before re-engaging, because you still have a lot of time on the clock here. So the Junkrat was above, didn't know that. So you have time to do like one volley directly at the character to like pick down their health. If you had gotten one orb onto that Moira, she would have dropped and died. So then you can just focus on the Zarya. So when they get lifted up, you have time to do one round of volleys. When they slam down, aim at about where they're going to be and send another down there. You do a good job. You know, the Moira does die, but your second volley missed the Zarya. Um, I think you're trying too much for these flicks onto the Doom. Giving a little bit too much space here. Oh, they have a Bastion. Okay. So you can use your Accretion here to absorb some of that Bastion damage while your shield recharges. Luckily, you're able to deal with him. Because your Accretion doesn't absorb Zarya lasers, you know? Quick combo when you're using, especially on Orisa Sigma, when there's a Bastion in play. The Orisa should put down her shield first. Then, by the time the Bastion sets up, especially if you're on defense, by the time the Bastion sets up and starts picking down your shield, the the Orisa should have her next shield available. If she doesn't, you can put your shield out for a second until she does put down her own shield. Retract your shield at that point. Then, when her shield gets melted down, you put out your barrier, let that go all the way down. If your barrier is destroyed before Orisa's barrier is available again, use your left shift to soak in that damage. You get a really good buff to your shield, and then the Orisa will be able to put down her barrier. And hopefully by then your DPS and US tanks will have had time to deal with the Bastion. If you were not able to do that in that time, then you need to reevaluate your comp and change some heroes up. Okay, so you guys should have like noticed that you wouldn't be able to cap the point or touch the point. So you should have just gone out to the left here. But you do get the pick onto Doomfist, which is alright. Helps get your ult charge up a little bit. Okay, and in those moments you could have used your left shift to absorb. Okay, so your Orisa swapped to Hog. And this is what I was talking about when you need to like reevaluate what your comp is. Oh, that shield is just a little too far. Good job. Good barrage by your Pharah from the back. It's really smart. Great job. Good hold. Oh no, the tactical crouch. That's so freaking rude. Okay, this is a really good. Oh, nice save with that barrier. This is a good corner to hold. Did you absorb one of Bastion's bullets? I don't like this positioning. A little overextended there. Yeah, I don't know if that was the right. There's a shield there. Back up. You absorb something. Should keep backing up. I think you were going after. I think you were going after the bongo and then realized your mistake after that. It's okay. That could have just been a lack of communication. In terms of ultimates, you kind of invested a lot there. But they invested about the same amount, so your Gravitic Flux is gonna be, but their Lucio's coming up on beat. Okay, so also a note for Graphitic Flux. Lucio beat counters it entirely. If you haven't experienced that yet, you're about to. So something that you can try and do and try and work with your team is baiting out the beat. If you had a DPS ult online, you can probably use it. Oh, but you got it off before they... Oh no, he just got it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. But yeah, you can try to bait out Lucio B if he has it. He actually just got it when you fluxed him. But not too terrible of time differences here. Your team's biggest problem is going to be first point, because you guys rolled second and third point. The enemy team had trouble on first point a little bit and also on second point. So you can kind of use this to your advantage and think about, okay, what are they going to try to do to get a better time? And then you also have to think about yourself. What do we need to do to be able to cap first point faster than we did previously? Because if you take the full 3 minutes that you did last time, well, you don't have 3 minutes. You only have 1 minute. So you're not going to be able to cap. Okay, so good job keeping cover here and not allowing that far free picks. Shield got melted down immediately. No one got hooked. You can communicate with your Doomfist. Great pick. Okay, so... Get that immortality. Yeah. Great job. You guys are rolling this time. This is really good to see. You've made a really good adjustment, whatever it was. I think it's the Reaper. The Reaper is able to focus on their front line, so you just ignore the Pharah. That is a legit strategy, it's just to ignore the Pharah completely. Good try, Mercy. Okay, so overtime card pushing. You need to have someone dedicated on card or have good enough communications to swap who's on card. I've gone over a little bit about who should be on cart, because your entire team shouldn't be here. You guys should have been pushed up and not allowing the enemy team to make some space. Or take space, I should say. And you're already down 2, so this is not looking good. You need to be able to use ults. Your Coalescence is coming up, you have Shatter. Great Shatter there by your Ryan. We're stalling. Gotta get that Roadhog out. There's just no... You're very confused right now, and I can tell, because you're the only one on point. That's a lot of stress, but you handle it well. That's really good. So their pharmacy is above and behind you. You're able to finally move cart. You have the spawns on your side. Ashe got a good pick. That was a great swap to Ashe. I didn't even see that. Because she can also toss Bob onto the point to help contest when needed. Great. Yep, good use of your team bubble. I don't know if this is gonna hurt you. Nice. You guys are rolling. Yep. Ignore the Pharah. That's literally all you can do. Well, actually, your Ashe can now help. Yep. Come away. Great job. Great job on that, Mercy. So like this is like really good momentum, dude. Oh, what a shattered. Hopefully everyone stays on cart. Yeah, you're staying on cart. This is like making me so scared that someone's gonna accidentally C9. I'm so worried about it. Like I would prefer your entire team being wiped by this Pharah in one ultimate than you accidentally getting off the cart right now. Who's behind you? I didn't see that. What a nail biter. Great bubble. You heard that coming in. Could have used oh, that pop should have been further. Focus the break. Focus the break here. Okay, and hopefully you're telling your team you're not on cart anymore. Oh man. That coalescence could have done so much more. I think this is it. Oh, you're right. Oh my god, you swapped the ball. Here we go. Here's the stall. Oh, you shoot the fire. Yes. Okay. Okay. I don't even know what to say anymore. This is just entertaining. Great. Alright, yes. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. No one off the point. No one off the point. Ah! This is so crazy. This is crazy. Oh, use your slam. Get that Doomfist. Doesn't deserve to live. Doesn't deserve to live. Yes! Wow! What a... Oh man, that was so good. That was a really good swap. I'm really happy for that. Really good job. Wow, that's just pure chaos. Those are the moments that make the game crazy fun. Great job. All right, I want to see a full hold. I think you guys can full hold 2 minutes. Yeah, sorry there was no interesting commentary there. That was just there was so much happening that this was all reactive. I don't think you guys could have planned for anything. It was just stall until make it till you make it kind of sort of deal. You guys overtimed from the first point to the last. Oh my god, that is so fun. I hope you win. I don't think this is gonna go into a fucking 7-6. God, I don't think I've ever seen a 7-6 on a hybrid map, let alone even a escort map. Okay. Running Ryan Zarya, we got the Brig, we got the Moira, we got the Mei. We're gonna full hold. Do you have a Mei? Okay, they've got the Ana for antis. You don't know that quite yet. But they don't have the Hog anymore. So, you want to keep your personal bubbles for any, like, key anti targets. So, any of your supports that get antied. Didn't have your bubble there. Okay, so you're coming up to your grab. You will... You have Dragon to combo with it. Wow. You've been actually able to keep pace with your... Oh, that was good. That was good. Get him. Nice. Nice. Oh, Brian charging in. So, this fight looks to be prolonged, so you're going to want to use your ultimate. Ooh. Hold on. Use... There's... you should have told your Hanzo to wait. Probably your Hanzo, he's going to like die. Or your Brig. When someone goes charging into a grab like that on your team, you should definitely bubble them, especially if they're a melee character, like Ryan or Brig. That would allow them to dish out their damage without taking like the force of the entire enemy team's like damage. Damn, you definitely could have full held that. But you have a Mei ult, and Mei ult should always be used early. Like, as they're coming through this choke up ahead, you need to... I think your main knows this, but you need to be telling her, like, hey, use your Blizzard as soon as they're there. Because the entire enemy team is probably going to be... They're all on cart right now. You can see that. There's 4 on cart. You have a Doomfist around. There's 5 on cart. So this Doomfist is alone right now. You should be able to pick him no problem. But hopefully your Mei doesn't die to him. Okay, she's being killed. Bubble usage is getting a lot better, like, throughout this map. That Mei ult was not as far as it needed to be. Nice job on the Zarya. This Doomfist isn't doing anything. You should just have looked at the Moira, allow the rest of the team to go there. But where's she? There she is. And you got it. Wow, what a game. That was so much fun. I loved it. Alright, that's going to take care of it for today's video. If you like what you see, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting videos every week. Sorry for the little hiatus I had. Got caught up with a lot of schoolwork, just life in general. But hopefully going to be back on the grind. I do have a new series going to be coming out where I play some like other games and then also just do some of my own gameplay so you guys can see just actually how flat of a player I am. And yeah, if you want to get your own VOD reviewed, check out the link in the description to our Discord channel where you can find out details on how to submit your own VOD for review. My name is Scorch24, and we'll see you next time.